You mentioned the creative destruction. I will say, in my opinion, that's the best chapter in the whole book. It's worth the price of the book to learn about that and understand what it is, to see not what is, but what is coming, and to be prepared for it. To talk about that just a little bit. I won't do a good job of explaining it.
Yeah. Actually, whenever I do go talk to a classroom at a college, that is what we talk about, creative destruction, because it's the one skill that you can develop, but you don't have. You don't think about that. Too much of this ask Google. Forget that stuff.
Mm,
Sit down and think. So what happens is three things change life. One could be a government law. They're constantly changing the way behavior. Government laws are meant to change behavior. So figure out what they're trying to do and what's really going to happen. That's where you would think they know better, but they really don't. What's the unintended consequences that are going to show up 5 years after they pass this law? I think they really know them, but they don't want you to know them. They're trying to manipulate. But anyways, figure it out. Second would be technology. Where are we with the phones? Where are we going with AI? You can figure some of that stuff out. And lastly is culture. TikTok and all that stuff is changing totally way people change behavior. Just right now, they said Gen Zs want to buy one drink at a time instead of an open tab. That's changing the whole way you run a bar. Not that I'm into that kind of stuff. These things are going to create a change. Now, every time there is a change coming, two things happen. Certain businesses are destroyed, but other businesses are created. I use the example because it's obvious of the American Disability Act. At a time, half of the handicapped people couldn't get jobs because they didn't have workspaces and whatever. So the law made it easier. But then, okay, I'm in a cramped downtown restaurant. I can't put in an elevator. So what do I have to do? I have to close shop and move to the suburb where I can have wide walkways and whatever. Or I'm a business and I can't afford. It costs at what time $50,000 a year to put in the right kind of seating and the right kind of
hmm
computers and fixing the bathrooms and all that kind of stuff. That destroyed downtowns. Okay, if you destroy the downtown, what's going to happen? The realtors are going to come in, buy it 20 cents on the dollar, and knock everything down and set up yuppie places. So there's creation on that. I want to be in the ramp business because everybody's going to be putting in ramps now and or elevators, but they're going to destroy and create. So you sit there and you say, what's life going to be like 3, 4, 5 years from now because of this change? AI is a good one. What's life going to be like 3, 4, 5 years from now because of AI? And get there ahead of everybody because they're not going to figure it out till it hits them on the side of the head with a 2x4. But if you spend enough time thinking about it and understand human behavior, you can see where the opportunities are going to be. Both on the people had to knock down those buildings. There was a lot of destruction excavators got jobs, and then people had to build stuff. So there's always opportunities for both the destructive side and the creative side. Figure them out before anybody else does and get there ahead of time. They're going to build a new road. Okay, does that mean I should put my restaurant where they're going to be a ramp? Or am I going to lose my restaurant because they're going to go right on past me? So think all that stuff through because you can go down to the zoning office and find out what the plans are for the next 5 years, as opposed to waiting till you see it posted in the newspaper. So there's ways of being ahead of it, just thinking things through and get there ahead of everybody.
It's a classic Wayne Gretzky quote, right? Don't skate to where the puck is, skate to where the
Yes,
puck is going to be. Most people
exactly.
wait for the puck to come to them. But your chapter on that, your section on that about thinking that way, learning how to think, really, it's worth the price of the book. I didn't pay anything for it. It was sent to me as a gift. Thank you very much. But for those who buy the book, it is worth the price of the book to read that and learn to think that way. There are opportunities in change if we can learn to see it and get
Yeah.
there, as you say, before anybody else.